Yes, good evening, friends. Today we would like to cover a very important topic. You know that very well. Solution JEE NEET paper solution part 2 work energy power. Last time we discussed work energy power paper solution part 1. So in this paper generally collision, energy stored in spring and power. This type of three very important topics are covered. So turn by turn we will discuss. Okay, so start with question number 1. Very important question. In this question also one of the part of that very well board JEE NEET exam. A sphere of mass 2 kg and moving with a speed of 36 km per hour. There is a mass 2 kg moving with speed 36 km per hour and collides with another 3 kg kept at rest. Another body mass m2, m1 2 kg, m2 3 kg, but velocity of first body is v1, velocity of the second body is 0 because second body here already in rest. You know that very well, rest. So what is your target? After collision both spheres move together. You know that very well. Whenever first body collides with the second body and they move together by forming one system, this type of collision is called completely inelastic collision. You know that there are three types of collisions. You know that elastic collision, completely inelastic, and non-elastic. In completely inelastic collision, you know that the loss of kinetic energy can be found by using this shortcut: 1/2 m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2 v1 minus v2 the whole square. In this equation, m1 represent mass of first body, m2 represent mass of the second body, v1 represent velocity of first body, v2 represent velocity of second body. Here velocity of second body is 0 because it is already in rest. If you set up the values, then loss of energy 1/2 here m1 2 3 ja 6 upon 2 plus 3 5. Here v1 already 36 km per hour. So if you convert in the form of meter per second, so 36 is multiplied by 5 by 18. So it is 10 minus 0 the whole square. If you simplify, then definitely 60 joule because there is 6 to cancel, 100 divided by 5, 20, 23 just 60 joule. So 60 joule energy is lost during this completely inelastic collision. Don't forget, a very important formula shortcut, इसको याद रखना है. और इसका common velocity, you know that if two bodies are, we can say that moving in same direction and collision take place, then m1 v1 plus m2 v2 upon m1 plus m2. If two bodies are moving in opposite direction, then m1 v1 minus m2 v2 upon m1 plus m2. Very interesting. So standard 12th में जो कैपेसिटर है, energy loss, okay, so 1/2 c1 c2 upon c1 plus c2 into v1 minus v2. Don't forget, in the case of capacitor, v1 minus v2, that means potential v1 and potential of the second, we can say the capacitor. Okay friend, so first question we discuss. Now the second question. A car of mass is driven with acceleration a. There is a car mass m, it is already driven in this direction with acceleration a, and you can see against a constant external resistive force R. This is the constant force, but resistive force R is acting on the car. Then velocity of car is v. The rate at which the engine of car is, you can see they're doing work. So we have to find the rate of work which is done by this car to maintain this resistive force. So obviously the rate of work done is called power. And you know that formula for mechanical power, force into velocity. So what is the total force acting on this car to maintain this resistive force? So total force is nothing but it is the summation of resistive force plus accelerating force. Because of mass m, to maintain acceleration a, so accelerating force available to this car it is ma, and resistive force r. जितने फोर्स को बैलेंस करना हो तो कार के इंजन को r जितना फोर्स भी ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में डिलीवर करना पड़े. काफी लोग इधर क्या करते हैं, माइनस करते हैं लोचे. अगर हमारा मेन प्रॉब्लम है, जिसे कह सकते हैं कि अगर कार का इंजन इस रेजिस्टिव फोर्स को, जिसे कह सकते हैं कि सिंपली बैलेंस करने में ही चला जाए, यानी कि आर और आर, सो तो डेंजर, दैट मींस ये दोनों जिसे कह सकते कैंसर हो, तभी जिसे कह सकते हैं कि कार है वो एमए जितनी स्पीड से या एमए जितने फोर्स के साथ एक्सीलरेटेड मोशन करे, यानी कि ये डायरेक्शन में कार को जो इंजन है, कार का इंजन, उसको आर जितना वर्क डन यानी फोर्स अप्लाई करना पड़े। सो दैट्स व्हाई हियर एमए एक्सीलरेटिंग फोर्स एंड रेजिस्टिव फोर्स आर, that means r plus ma into v. We already have velocity. So good answer and good question, don't forget. Now there is a question number 3. Once again you can see second number 3 and third number very close to each other. There is an engine delivered power of 30 kilowatt to a car. There is a car and this engine of car delivered 30 kilowatt power to this engine. Mass of the car is given 1250 kg. Velocity of car is given 30 meter per second. If the frictional force on surface is 750 Newton, frictional force acting between road surface and tire surface 750 Newton, what will be the maximum acceleration of car? Superb. So you can see here, what is the most important point? There is one shortcut. You know that because of laws of motion, this car experiences two forces, frictional force in opposite direction of its motion. So what is the unbalanced force? Acceleration का shortcut मैंने दिया हुआ, you know that unbalanced force upon mass. So here two forces, external force F and frictional force F. They both are in opposite direction, so F minus F upon M. But here this force is generating because of power. Whatever the force available to car in forward direction because of power of engine. So power P is equal to Fv. So external force is applied on car. It is power upon velocity. So instead of F, power upon velocity, small f frictional force, total mass m. All values given, just check it. Power given 30 kilowatt, velocity 30, frictional force 750 Newton, mass of car 1250. Simplify, you will get acceleration 1 by 5 meter per second square. बहुत ही मस्त क्वेश्चन. अगेन यू कैन सी डेटा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्लीज फॉर दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. फोर्थ नंबर वेरी इजी बट आई हैव इंक्लूडेड. सो अ बॉडी ऑफ मास 100 kg takes height 60 meter in a minute. How much power is needed? Okay, बॉडी को अपन लोग जानते कुछ हाइट पे ले जाए, so obviously we have to do some work and this work is nothing. It is simply work done against gravity. And this work is stored in the form of energy. It is called potential energy. So power is equal to work upon time, but here work done is nothing but it is potential energy. So mgh upon time. All values now we would like to substitute. So here mass 100, g 9.8, h already 100, and you can see there is a minute. Sorry, height already 60 and T already 60 second because of minute. So ultimately 980 watt. So 980 watt is the right answer. Just check it. Question number 5. In an elastic collision, there is collision, but inelastic collision, non-elastic collision, which quantities you can see they're conserved? Here 4 options given. Kinetic energy is conserved, total potential energy is conserved, linear momentum is not conserved, and linear momentum is conserved. You have to select right option. Obviously for any type of collision, linear momentum is always conserved, and you know that very well. Total energy is conserved. Two physical quantities, total energy and total linear momentum of the system is conserved. If there is elastic collision, in the case of elastic collision, total kinetic energy get conserved. You know that very well. So linear momentum is conserved. This is the answer of the question number 5. Now 6th number, a sphere makes an inelastic collision. Again inelastic collision with another sphere of same mass, and they both are moving. The angle between their direction of motion. You know that inelastic collision. Here in the case of inelastic collision, both you know that very well. After collision, always both bodies you know that move in same direction. So in the case of inelastic collision, you know that after collision both are moving in the same direction. So because of same direction, obviously angle would be 0 degree. So here answer 0 degree. This is question number 6. So friends, we have discussed 6 questions. All questions are very IMP, especially question number 1 2, 3. Very important. Fifth, sixth, you know that very well. Some, you know that paragraph, that means some conceptual related questions. So now we have to think about question number 7. Now based on spring. A long spring is stretched by 2 centimeter and the potential energy is U. If the spring is stretched by 10 centimeter, then what is the potential energy stored in it? So you know that elastic potential energy, or most important point, elastic potential energy stored in any spring, it is 1/2 kx square. We have already idea about it. So potential energy stored in the spring is directly proportional to x square. In this equation, k represent, you know, that spring constant or force constant of the spring, while x represents simply the stretching, that means the change in length of the spring. So here u is directly proportional to x square. So u2 by u1 is equal to x2 by x1 the whole square. Here x2, just check the data. Here x2 you can see that 5 centimeter, sorry, x1 5 centimeter, and then work required to stretch it further. Sorry, not if the spring is stretched by 10 centimeter. So initially you can see that 2 centimeter. So x1 2 centimeter, while x2 given 10. So here 10 divided by 2, 5, the whole square 25. So whatever the energy stored in the second case, it is 25 times more than that of the first case. Very easy. मगर ऐसे क्वेश्चन को इंक्लूड करना जरूरी समझा है, क्योंकि इस बार का जो लेवल है वो आइडियल लेवल होना जरूरी है. सो मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. A spring of spring constant 5 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter given, Newton per meter, by 5 centimeter initially, and then the work required to stretch it further by, you can see that another 5 centimeter. पहले 5 centimeter, बाद में दूसरे 5 सेंटीमीटर को स्ट्रेच करने के लिए कितना वर्क डन या एनर्जी हमने को फाइंड करनी है. स्प्रिंग कांस्टेंट ऑलरेडी गिवन. सो व्हाट इज द एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू चेंज द लेंथ फ्रॉम x1 to x2? सो यू नो दैट इट इज u is equal to 1/2 k x2 minus x1 the whole square. Very interesting. And here k already given. x2 we have to consider. This is the very slippery case. ये चिकना केस. First 5 centimeter, so x1 5. And second x2 that means not 5 centimeter. क्वेश्चन बराबर समझो. काफी लोग क्वेश्चन को इजीली लेते हैं कि फर्स्ट 5 सेंटीमीटर, x2 भी 5 सेंटीमीटर कंसीडर करते, बट इट इज फर्दर 5 सेंटीमीटर. दैट मींस 5 सेंटीमीटर में और 5 सेंटीमीटर यानी 10 सेंटीमीटर. सो x2 you have to consider 10 centimeter, x1 5 centimeter, k already given, it is 5 into 10 raised to 3. You can see, set up the value and you will get 18.75 Newton meter. 18.75 Newton, you can see that meter. So very important point. This is very interesting answer, but very easy. Number 9, very IMP. Two springs of spring constant 1500 Newton per meter and 3000 Newton per meter respectively are stretched with the same force. With the same force, they will have potential in the ratio of blank. Underline this word, same force. और ये जो फॉर्मूला है वो लोगों के जहन में झट से नहीं आता है. So potential energy U is equal to F square upon 2K. You know that very well. This is like kinetic energy. K is equal to P square by 2m. You know that. So Q square by 2C in the case of capacitor, Q square by 2C. Similarly, potential energy U is equal to F square upon 2K. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. 1/2 kx square में सिंपल जिसे कह सकते हैं कि आपको अप्लाई करना है सिंपल F is equal to kx. You know that restoring force F is equal to kx. तो x को सब्जेक्ट फॉर्म में लाओ तो इट इज F by k. तो इधर F by k रख दो तो F square upon k square, k कैंसल, तो F square by 2k. कुछ याद ना रहे तो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, फोर्स और कांस्टेंट को कनेक्टिंग इक्वेशन याद रखना. F square by 2k, बट हियर सेम फोर्स, so force remains constant, so potential energy is inversely proportional to k. So if you take, we can say the ratio. So you can see what is your answer here. Some values are given, so we would like to check it. You can see here what is the value of k1, it is 1500, and k2 3000. So very easy. Here U1 by U2 is equal to K2 by K1. यानी कि 3000 upon 1500. That means 2:1. 2:1. That's the right answer of question number 9. Very IMP. ऐसे क्वेश्चन को खास ध्यान में रखो. ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. Don't forget. So question number 9 logically very smart definitely. Question number 10. A body is attached to the lower end of a vertical spiral spring. ये एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है जो लोगों को समझ में कम आता है मगर इक्विलिब्रियम सिस्टम जस्ट चेक इट. You can see in equilibrium, this one is the spring. It is at the free end there is one object of mass m is connected. So you know that whenever mass m is connected, so because of force due to weight mg, so force is acting on the spring. And we have idea if any spring comes under the tension, or I can say external force is acting on any elastic spring, then due to elasticity property, restoring force is produced inside the spring. And this restoring force always in opposite direction of external force. Here external force is acting on the spring in downward direction in the form of mg. So definitely whatever the restoring force is produced inside the spring, it is in opposite direction, that means in upward direction kx. But in equilibrium mg is equal to kx. Because equilibrium, that means these two forces are equal in magnitude and in mutually opposite direction. Now you know that very well. This body is suddenly you can see that fall. If we can say they read the data. Now body is attached to a lower end of a vertical spiral spring and it is gradually lowered to its equilibrium position. ये equilibrium position आ गई. Now this stretches the spring by length x. तो अपन लोग ने देखा length x जितना change हुआ so kx. Now what happen if the same body attached to the same spring is allowed to fall suddenly? अगर यही बॉडी को जिसे कह सकते हैं कि ऐसे इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन में लाने के बाद छोड़ दिया जाए, सो दिस बॉडी यू नो दैट परफॉर्म ऑसिलेटरी मोशन. मगर ये ऑसिलेटरी मोशन का कांसेप्ट देखो, जब बॉडी को रिलीज किया जाएगा ऐसे स्ट्रेच करके, देखो यहां से यहां तक स्ट्रेच करके लाया छोड़ा तो ये बॉडी ऊपर जाएगा फिर नीचे आएगा. ये मीन पोजीशन को कंसीडर करते हुए इस तरह ऑसिलेशन करेगा. तो फर्स्ट टाइम का सीन देखो, ये बॉडी एच जितना ऊपर जाएगा और फिर वापस नीचे आएगा. यानी कि हमने जब स्प्रिंग को खींचा, सुनना बराबर, whenever this spring or this body of mass m is lowered up to this point, ये पॉइंट पे इक्विलिब्रियम आया और मैं यहां से इसको जिसे के रिलीज करूंगा. मगर जब मैं स्प्रिंग को खींच के नीचे ले आता हूं, then you know that very well a special type of energy stored inside the spring. It is elastic potential energy. रेडी? अपन लोग ने ये डिस्कशन किया. ये इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है. अगर अपन लोग समझे जो सेकंड केस में डिस्कस कर रहा हूं, फर्स्ट केस इक्विलिब्रियम में mg is equal to kx, अगर यही स्प्रिंग को वापस जिसे कह सकते हैं कि इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशन में से छोड़ दिया जाए तो सपोज अपन लोग समझे कि वो y जितना ऊपर जाता है और फिर ऐसे ऐसे ऑसिलेटरी मोशन करता है, तो y जितना ऊपर जाएगा मतलब स्प्रिंग है वो जिसे कह सकते कंप्रेस होगी. स्प्रिंग इज कंप्रेस्ड, देन ऑब्वियसली सम एनर्जी स्टोर्ड. It is 1/2 ky square. So body is allowed to fall suddenly by distance y. Suppose में जिसे कह सकते हैं कि displacement y जितना ऊपर, देखो ये दोनों केसेस समझ सकते हैं. मैंने इधर लिखा है fall suddenly and then it perform oscillatory motion. और y जितना नीचे आया y जितना ऊपर, सपोज यहाँ से रिलीज करने के बाद y जितना ऊपर गया फिर नीचे इस तरह में oscillatory motion कर रहा है, तो आप कुछ भी कंसीडर कर सकते हो. fall by distance y or moves in upward direction by distance y, कुछ भी, डोंट वरी. दोनों केसेस में एक चीज होने वाली है, यहाँ पे y जितना जिसे कह सकते ऊपर जाएगा तो उसमें जिसे कह सकते हैं कि जो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होगी बॉडी की, रेफरेंस पॉइंट सपोज अपन लोग देखें यहाँ से y जितना ऊपर गया, सो बॉडी गेन सम एनर्जी, इट इज mgh, बट h इज इक्वल टू y. सो दिस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी mgy, but this potential energy stored in the form of elastic potential energy of the spring. क्योंकि जैसे ही बॉडी को अपन लोग ऊपर ले जाएंगे तो बॉडी की पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है वो जिसे कह सकते स्प्रिंग को मिलेगी किसके फॉर्म में? इट इज अवेलेबल इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. रेडी? सो अपन लोग y y कैंसिल करें, अपने को बस यही फाइंड करना y कितना जिसे कह सकते वो ऊपर या नीचे डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करेगा. सो y शुड बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सब्जेक्ट mg 2mg अपॉन, there is, you can see that k, there is a mistake, okay, k. So here mg already kx, So k cancel, so 2x. So your answer already in the form of 2x. The best question. Don't forget here two cases. In the first case, we have to think about equilibrium. In the second case, we have to release this body from its equilibrium position. And this is the second case. दोनों केसेस का जो वेरिएबल है, फर्स्ट में भी x जितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल करके इक्विलिब्रियम लाया, सेकंड केस में अपन लोग फ्री फॉल करवाते हैं और y जितना डिस्प्लेसमेंट करे, तो ये जो y और x के बीच का रिलेशनशिप बनाने की इसमें जिसे कह सकते बात की है। सुपर। तो ये भी अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, डेटा जरा हटके, सो यू हैव टू कंसीडर इट। नंबर 11 also very IMP. Two equal masses, these are the two equal masses are attached the two ends of a spring. Here is spring जिसका spring constant K है. Now you can see the masses are pulled out symmetrically on to stretch the spring by length x. ये दोनों को इस तरह अपन लोग symmetrically जिसे कह सकते हैं कि pull करते हैं. So obviously if you pull this, then there is some change in length. If you pull this object, then there is some change in length. So because of this mass m, here suppose x amount of length of the spring is getting. Okay friends, so now we would like to discuss the next. Last time we discussed, that means in last phase we discussed 20 questions. Out of 20, 10 questions. Now we'll start with the 11 number. So in question number 11, there are two blocks are given, and these two blocks of mass m are connected with common springs having a spring constant k. So what is the question? Question very interesting. You know that very well. There is a slippery case. So here they both are. These both blocks are pulled out symmetrically to stretch the spring by length x over its natural length. Then the work done by the spring on each mass is blank. So if this block is stretched or either this block is pulled, then what happens? There is some change in length of the spring. In short, whenever change in length of the spring, that means there is some work is done. Definitely there is some work is done by this mass on the spring. So whatever the work is done by these two masses, it is equal to elastic potential energy stored in the spring. So what is the elastic potential energy stored in the spring? It is equal to 1/2 kx square. So these two blocks perform, we can say that some work, it is equal to 1/2 kx square. So this 1/2 kx square, that means we can say 100 rupees. ये दोनों blocks से total 100 rupees का work होता है. So what is the work is done by one block? Obviously 50 rupees because they both are identical. So work is done by mass on a spring. It is obviously half of this total work done. Half of this total work done, that means 1/2. Half, that means 1/4 kx square. Sunna barabar, here they ask the question, what is the work done by the spring? This is the work is done by the mass on the spring. So definitely work done by spring on mass, it is minus 1/4 kx square. Superb. This 1/4 kx square, no doubt work done, but work done by the mass on the spring. But we have to find what is the work done by spring on a mass. It is minus 1/4 kx square. Superb question. Don't forget. Very number IMP number 11. Question number 12. Very interesting again. Okay, कुछ shortcut through करो तो बहुत easy. Okay, what is the question number 12? You can see there is a wind power generator converts wind energy into electrical energy. Assume that the generator converts a fixed fraction of the wind energy intercepted by its blades into electrical energy. Wind energy is converted by electrical energy. For wind speed v, the electrical power output will be proportional to blank. You have to find electrical output power. So power P is equal to F definitely. मगर यहाँ पे जो विंड जनरेटर है कांस्टेंट स्पीड से कुछ ना कुछ विंड को भेज रहे हैं और वही विंड के कारण अपन लोग जानते हैं कि ब्लेड है वो क्या करता है, जिसके ऊपर विंड लगेगा घूमेगा, जनरेटर घूमेगा और इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी जनरेट होगी. सो ऐसे क्वेश्चन में अपन लोग ने ये कंसेप्ट फिक्स ही रखा है, F इज इक्वल टू रो ए वी स्क्वायर. ये ना पता चले अमाउंट ऑफ फोर्स अप्लाइड बिकॉज ऑफ द स्पीड v on any blade. So force F is equal to ma, a is equal to velocity upon time. But here in particular time interval, you know that some amount of wind we can say that incident on blade. So V constant, here the rate of change of mass, it is dm by dt. You can see dm by dt. So V dm by dt, but m is the mass of air. So what is the mass? Volume of air multiplied by density of air. Density of air remain constant, but volume with respect to time changes. So volume is equal to area into length. Area constant, so area out of differentiation. Here you can see that L dl by dt, that means again you can see the differentiation of distance with respect to time, it is speed. So rho a v cube, rho a v square, you can see. So force here applied, it is rho a v square. So force rho a v square into v, so rho a v cube, that means cube speed or cube of speed, you can see. Super. तो ये भी एक बहुत ही जाना पहचाना क्वेश्चन है और ये रिलेशनशिप दोनों खास याद रखने हैं. डोंट फॉरगेट, वेरी IMP. So we discussed in, we can say that at the time of theoretical portion. Now question number 13. 13 number also interesting. A pump motor is used to deliver water at a certain rate from a given pipe to obtain twice as much of water from the same pipe in the same type. Same pipe in the same type. अपने को 2 गुना वाटर चाहिए. Then the power of the motor has to be increased to 16 times, 4 times, 8 times or 2 times. Very easy. So power is equal to work done upon time. अपन लोग को पानी को कुछ हाइट तक चढ़ाना है. So obviously whatever the work done, it is mgh upon t. So power is directly proportional to m because pipe है same. अपन लोग जानते हैं, जिसे कह सकते हैं same time. So obviously power is directly proportional to mass. तो अगर मास को 2 गुना करना हो तो पावर को भी 2 गुना करना पड़े. सो पावर वी हैव टू इंक्रीज टू 2 times, सुपर, ट्वाइस. So that's me 2p. So this is question number 13. Similarly 14 number also interesting. Force applied by an engine of a train of mass 2.05 to 10 raised to 6 kg. Mass given. Changes its velocity from 5 meter per second to 25 meter per second. Change in velocity in 5 minutes. Time also given. Then power of the engine. Where is the power? Work done upon time, but here velocity changes. That means as per work energy theorem, work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. So 1/2 kinetic energy, change in kinetic energy, final minus initial. Final 1/2 mv2 square minus 1/2 mv1 square. 1/2 common, you know that whole possibility. v2 given, v1 given, time given, mass given, set up the values. Final answer simply 2.05 megawatt. Superb. You can see change in velocity leads towards the change in KE, and change in KE, that means work energy theorem. ये सब sparkling point यही apply करना है. No doubt, very interesting. Now we would like to think about question number 15. It is also one of the most important and easy question. Important कहाँ पे देखो, from a waterfall, water is falling at the rate of 100 kg per second on the blades of turbine. If the height of the fall is 100 meter, then the power delivered to the turbine is approximately, कुछ height से पानी गिर रहा है turbine के ऊपर, and this height is given 100 meter. So what is the power? So power is equal to work done upon time. So mgh upon t. Again you can see that certain height. So potential energy. But here why this one is, we can say that very easy but very slippery. काफी students इसमें फंस जाते हैं. Here mass given 100, g given you can see the 10, h given 100, but sometimes some students become confused about time. So just think about, you can see the data here. Water falls at the rate of 100 kg per second. So already here m upon t given 100 kg per second, you can see. So 1 second. So that's why very easy, 100 kilowatt. तो ये सब छोटे मोटे पॉइंट्स है, उसको ही खास पकड़ना है. काफी जगह पे यही चिकने केस होते हैं और अपन लोग यहीं फिसलते हैं. So be alert. 16 number I can say very easy because force given in the form of vector ijk, velocity given in the form of ijk. You have to find power. So power is equal to simply F dot V. So we have to consider dot product I dot I. You know that J dot J, K dot K. Already 1. I dot J, J dot K, K dot I. Simply 0. वो कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करके आपको आंसर लेना है 140 जूल पर सेकंड. वेरी इजी. Only for you can see the practice point of it. Question number 70 we already discussed in the form of question number 3. So this question get repeated. So there is no requirement for the solution of it. Now question number 18. This is also very interesting. 18 number we now would like to discuss a bus weighing 100 quintals. देखो एक ज वर्ड वो हमारा सारा जिसे कह सकते कीड़ा का एराया है उसके ऊपर पानी फेर देता है. कैसे? जैसे कि 100 quintals moves on a rough road with a constant speed of 72 km/h. The friction on the road is 9% of its the weight, 9% of the weight of the bus, and air is 1% of its weight. You can see the friction of the road surface के कारण 9% of the weight of the bus, and air friction है 1% of the weight of the bus. Then what is the power of the engine? अगर रोड का फ्रिक्शनल, सामने जो हवा चल रही है उसका फ्रिक्शन है, उसको कंसीडर करते हुए इंजन को कितना पावर डिलीवर करना चाहिए ताकि बस है वो 72 km/h की स्पीड से दौड़ सके. सो ये वेलोसिटी गिवन डेफिनेटली. प्रॉब्लम फोर्स का है तो वेट, व्हाट इज द वेट ऑफ द बस? W is equal to mg, but m here 100 क्विंटल बस, 100 क्विंटल, यही प्रॉब्लम है. क्विंटल 100 क्विंटल, so obviously we have to convert in the form of kg. 1 quintal 100, you know that very well. So 100 quintal multiplied by 100 kg, simple story you can see, and g already 10, so 10 raised to 5 newton. बस ये क्विंटल, इस क्वेश्चन में काफी स्टूडेंट्स को बत्ती जल जाती है, मगर जो क्विंटल है उसके कारण जिसे कह सकते हैं कि ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार जैसा हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस क्विंटल. तो बत्ती नहीं जलती है, डोंट फॉरगेट. तो बुत्ती जलती है, ऐसे स्पार्कलिंग ट्विंकलिंग होता रहता है थोड़ी देर, ये लोग छोड़ देते हैं. सो डोंट फॉरगेट 100 क्विंटल मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100, दिस 100 फॉर कन्वर्जन फॉर केजी into 10 because of g, so 10 raised to 5 newton. So total weight of the bus 10 raised to 5 newton. But as per given data here, total frictional force acting on the bus, it is 10% of its weight. अब आप अलग अलग फाइंड करो, 9% फ्रिक्शन एंड 1%, मगर ये तो वेट के परसेंटेज, सो नो प्रॉब्लम. Weight already we have found, and then we have found here 10% of total weight, it is 10 raised to 4 newton. So force with you 10 raised to 4, velocity already given 72 km/h. So multiply by 5 by 18, this 5 by 18 only for conversion of kilometer to meter per second. So friends, final answer 200 kilowatt. So question number 18 very interesting because of quintal. Number 19 we would like to discuss number 19 also. Now two men with weights in the ratio 5:3 run up a staircase in a times in the ratio of 11:9. दो बंदे हैं, उसका वेट मास का रेशियो है, सॉरी वेट का रेशियो है 5:3, और वो दोनों स्टेयरकेस सीढ़ी ऊपर चढ़ रहे हैं, वो भी टाइम का उसके जो सीढ़ी ऊपर चढ़ने का जो टाइम रेशियो है वो 11:9. देन वी हैव टू फाइंड द रेशियो ऑफ द फर्स्ट टू द सेकंड, यानी p1 by p2 फाइंड करना है. सो obviously they both are moving in upward direction. So once again you know that any body gains certain height, then work done always in the form of p. तो ये रहा p upon time. तो अपन लोग देखो इधर mgh upon t, so mass upon time वो हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट होगा. कोई बोले सर वेट बोला है तो चलो ना g रखो ना, कहाँ फर्क पड़ने वाला, g तो कांस्टेंट ही रहने वाला है, तो आप g रखो या ना रखो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. So mass m1 by m2 while in reciprocal of time, so t2 by t1, ratio of mass given 5:3. कोई बोले रेशियो ऑफ मास नहीं दिया है, वेट दिया है, कोई बात नहीं, mg कर दो, चलो इधर 10 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, 10 से डिवाइड कर दो, मजे लो. सो 5/3 9/11, सिंपलीफाई 15/11 ना. तो ये भी मस्त क्वेश्चन है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, डोंट फॉरगेट, यू हैव टू कंसीडर इट. 19 नंबर. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 20 वी वुड लाइक टू डिस्कस a constant force F is applied, constant force, just check it, on a body, and the power generated is related to the time as blank. So once again this is the case of power. We would like to establish some relationship between power and time. So power is equal to force into velocity, but force is equal to ma, father F is equal to mother ma, but a is equal to, you know that, differentiation of velocity upon time. ये फोर्स का टाका हमने टाइम के साथ जुड़ा. अब अपन लोग एक कदम आगे बढ़े. सो यू नो दैट f dt is equal to m dv. इस dt को इस साइड ले आया, जस्ट चेक इट. नाउ व्हाट्स द नेक्स्ट मूव? यू नो दैट इंटीग्रेशन, as force remains constant, so only integration of dt mass remains constant, so only integration of dv. Obviously, what is the integration of dt? It is t, and integration of dv it is v. So ultimately f is equal to mv upon t. Just check it, you can see mv upon t. so अपने को प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे ये देखो, कोई बोले फोर्स फाइंड किया तो उसमें तो वेलोसिटी, बट नाउ I would like to obtain velocity. So velocity is equal to Ft upon m. कोई बोले ऐसा क्यों किया? क्योंकि फोर्स कांस्टेंट हो गया, मास कांस्टेंट हो गया, इसलिए v में अपने लोगों ने सब्जेक्ट फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट किया. सो T is equal to instead of F instead of v. Obviously, what happened here? Instead of v already we have found it is Ft upon m. Now check it, it is f square upon m into t, but now this both are constant terms, so obviously power is directly proportional to time. So for this type of situation, whenever force remains constant, then power is directly proportional to time. ये भी एक बहुत important shortcut बन सकता है. So friends, we discuss, you can see most time pick questions from 11 to 20. All questions are very IMP and most of questions are associated with, you can see, that power. So in this way we have covered 20 questions of this paper solution number 2. Very IMP questions, but few questions are very easy, don't worry. Few questions are very slippery and fundamentally very strong. Only 2 to 3 are typical, but now the next paper, that means you know that very well, the final paper, not paper number 1, paper number 2, now final paper, that means the all concept related paper of work or energy. Next paper solution we will consider, you know that very well, the 100% syllabus of chapter number 6 work power energy. तो अगला पेपर का सॉल्यूशन में बेहतरीन क्वेश्चन आपने देखे, 20 क्वेश्चन से 20 to 20 अगर आप सोल्व कर लेते हो, उसके बाद वर्क पावर एनर्जी में आपको पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखना है. अगर कोई भी बंदा इतने क्वेश्चन सोल्व कर ले, पेपर नंबर 1, पेपर नंबर 2 और फाइनल पेपर, दैट मींस वर्क पावर एनर्जी को फिर छेड़ना नहीं है. हर टाइम आपको कोई भी बड़ी एग्जाम हो, इतने क्वेश्चंस को एनालिसिस करके जाना है, नथिंग. ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो नेक्स्ट टाइम मिलते हैं और एक कदम आगे. थैंक यू फॉर योर वीकेंड से सपोर्ट.